Today I'm going to play with the beautiful Cyborg Choir palette by Adept Cosmetics. There are 10 different multichromes, holochromes, and shimmers, as well as 5 pigmented and blendable mattes. I'll show you a tutorial for 2 eye looks, I'll show some swatches at the end, and then I will share my final thoughts with you. To start out with, I'm going to go with the light purple matte here, Robotic Fusion. So I'll pick some of that up on my brush. And then I'm going to start in the middle to plop down most of the color, and then I will start blending it outwards. Yeah, this has really beautiful pigment right off the bat. So with the same smaller crease brush, I'm going to go into the matte shade 77. So just placing it over here in the outer corner. I'm going to go into the Pixelated Pulse Holochrome here. It's a very beautiful deep blue. So I'm going to just place that on the center lid here. I like picking up these shadows with my finger because they just apply so much more opaque. I want to go into this beautiful light purple shimmer. This one is called Voltage Violet. I'm going to pick some up on my brush and then tap it into the inner corner. I'm really happy with how this is looking so far. And then like the other shimmers, I'm going to use my finger to pick this up. This one's a little bit more squishy, but not super squishy. So I'm going to tap that on here. Wow, it's just beautiful. It's got this really glowy purple to it, which I just love. I'm going to take the tape off, clean up some of this fallout, and then I'll be back to do some finishing touches. Alright. Face is looking a lot cleaner now. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I did end up deciding to go into the black matte boring circuit just to deepen up the crease just a little bit more. For my bottom lash line, I'm just going to repeat the same mattes that I used up top. Cleaned up my bottom lash, I brought it down just a little bit farther, and then I also brought the inner corner shade further over here so that I could blend it out with the mattes. So now I'm going to go in for my waterline. I am using the Moira Cosmetics Supernova Multichrome Gel Liner in the shade 08 Zora. For mascara, I'm going to use Lethal Cosmetics Fuse. It's this beautiful bright blue. For my eyebrows, I'm going to use Maybelline Super Lock Brow Glue. For blush, I'm going to use these new Dandelions cosmetic blushes. They came out in a wide range of shades and tones, and I picked up a lot of the dusty ones. I just think they're so pretty. I'm going to go in with Sweet Tooth here. So it's kind of a dusty purple. And I like this one because I can just apply it, and if I apply too much, it's okay. It blends out. And then if I feel like it, sometimes I'll go into this shade here, Powder Puff. It's just a little lighter to blend out the edges. For highlighter, I'm going to try going into this Binary Beat shade that I use for my eyebrow highlight. I know it's a little bit piecier and I'm not putting any more primer or shimmer grass down, so we'll just see how this sticks. Okay, I really like how that turned out. I don't know if you can see, but it's pretty piecey. There's definitely texture in it. It's a holographic shade and meant for your eyeballs, but yeah, I really like how that turned out. For lips, I picked up some shades from Black Moon Cosmetics. This is the shade Ghost. Okay, so here's the finished look. For this look, I want to do an interesting color combination, so I am going to use this Yellow Matte 7, this Burgundy Matte Synthetic Soundwave. I'm going to use this Cybernetic Spark Multichrome, that's blue, green, and purple for my center lid shade, and then I'm going to use Cyber Symphony, a beautiful yellow, for my inner corner. To start, I'm going to pick up some of the Yellow Matte number 7, start in the center lid, and then blend that out. Next, I'm going to pick up some of that burgundy matte called Synthetic Soundwave, and I will put that on both the outer and inner corners. As always, I'm going to use my Pat McGrath Shimmer Grass. For my center lid, I'm going to use Cybernetic Spark, which is this beautiful blue-green purple multichrome. So I'm just going to tap that on my center lid. For my inner corner, I'm going to use that yellow shimmer called Cyber Symphony. I'm going to pick that up on a small flat brush and place that in my inner corner. This is where we're at so far. The mattes, I have not built them up. The shimmers are not blended into the mattes, so I'm going to step away, add some more mattes, blend them in, and make sure that the shimmers are intense as I want them to be. For brow highlight, I'm going to use the Daydreamer palette by Electrum Cosmetics, and I'm going to use the shade Dreamer. Here. That is so bright. And then I'm going to repeat the same mattes that I did for the upper part of my lid. So I'll start with the yellow. And then I'll finish up with the burgundy Synthetic Soundwave. I decided to bring the yellow shimmer Cyber Symphony down further here. You can always stop at the inner corner, but sometimes I like to just bring it down. Reminds me a little bit of a butterfly. For my waterline, I'm going to use Moira Cosmetics Supernova Multichrome Gel Liner in the shade 02 Chroma. Since I have a lot going up here with the eyeshadow look, I'm just going to use a black mascara. Again, this is from Lethal Cosmetics in the shade Circuit. I am losing things that are right in front of me today, so that is where we are. For blush, I'm going to use the Dandelions Cosmetics blushes. I think I'm going to go with the shade Anticipation here. This one's a little darker, so I'll probably blend it out with Powder Puff here. For my blush, I'm going to go back into the Daydreamer palette and use the shade Dreamer. The shine is very beautiful here. For my eyebrows, I use the Maybelline Superlock Brow Gel. And then for my lips, I use the Black Moon Cosmetics Matte Lip in shade Ashes. Alright, so this is my final look. I'm going to do some hand swatches so that you can see all the shifts. Okay, so first up for swatches, we have Binary Beat, which is this absolutely stunning holochrome shade with a purple blue shine to it. We have Robo Rose, which is a beautiful pink, shifts to orange shimmer. So beautiful, you can really see the shift there. So that was the first row on the left. Going into the second row, this is Android Aura. Wow, this is a really pretty holochrome. It's like a dark pinky orangey color. Yeah, I think this one would go really nicely with Robo Rose here. That has a pretty strong shift too. Next up we have Pixelated Pulse, which is the shade that I use on my center lid in this look. Beautiful dark blue with a purple shift that I didn't notice when I was putting it on my eyes, and this one's also a holochrome. I mean, just look how pigmented that is. It's so beautiful. Next up we have Laser Lights, Laser Lights is this cool blue silver shade. Looks like it has some brighter sparkle particles. Yeah, this is a stunning cool tone shimmer. Okay, and then the last one in the third row, we have Digital Harmony. This one is a little squishy, but not too squishy. Wow, this one's stunning. It looks blue in the pan, and you can see some of that, but then it shifts to this orange, green, pink color. It's very beautiful. Wow. Look at the way that that one shifts. This next shade we have here is called Voltage Violet, which I used on my inner corner for this look. Beautiful light purpley pink shimmer. Next we have Cybernetic Spark, which is a really blue shade. This one's also a little bit squishy, a little bit flaky. But wow, this is powerful. It is this bright green, bright blue shimmer. So it picks up a little bit piecey, but then it smooths out really nicely. Look at that beautiful purple coming through. And then now we have Mechanical Muse. Another beautiful holographic shade. Very similar to Pixelated Pulse, but maybe a little less blue. So I ran out of room here, but I wanted to show you Mechanical Muse, which is this one here, next to Pixelated Pulse, which is here. So you can see they're both blue holochromes, slightly different in shade. And then last but not least, we have Cyber Symphony. This one's also a little bit squishy. Beautiful, beautiful bright yellow. This palette is honestly so beautiful. It might be my favorite from Adept Cosmetics so far. Just the color story, the shimmers. I'm a sucker for holographic shades, and this has so many holographic shades, so I'm very happy that I picked this up. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you picked up this palette and what you thought of it.